They begin with a run by Miller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Miller. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
A first down carry now for Miller. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 44 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. Waddle, the motion man right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Here, look at this Baltimore defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Levis on 3rd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Oh, that was never on target. It's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Takes it to about the 37. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 8. Murray now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Play fake. Murray. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
At the 47-yard line.
some breathing room. The 20. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 39 yards there, a big one. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. And now it's blocked. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Well, I think there was a lot of surprise from the kicking team there. After the block, they kind of froze and then realized, oh, wait, they can return this, and they returned it all the way.
And you know why they froze? Not often do you get that second sound, right? There's the kick, you hear that, and then there's that second thud when there's a block. That's when people freeze and they have to realize where the ball is. They picked it up and took it the other way.
Up to midfield. Tony Pollard. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Ravens.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from the special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake. The Browns drive about to get started. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
3.5 to go, first quarter. In motion goes McLeod. Levis throwing again on 2nd down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
First down, Browns.
A handoff, running left is Miller. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. 180 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. Now inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Second down by 10.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Levis out of the shotgun now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Levis sets up to throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jalen Waddle, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to move back in front. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, you want those early holiday shoppers, partner, or you want those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now this throw caught left side.
That's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
14. Ravens 9.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Play action. Now it's Murray. And this one is incomplete. The Ravens at 6-3 on the year, and they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And let's remember that last week that this offense, they played about as well as they possibly could play, touchdown after touchdown. They were absolutely unstoppable in that game. They'll be hard-pressed to do it again, repeat that type of performance. But, boy, were they sensational just a week ago.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Throwing again, Murray. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Levis now on 2nd down. That's complete to Troutman, right side. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Levis to throw it. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Returnable here from the 38. Oh, able to avoid him. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
At the 50-yard line.
This is 2nd and 8. This is a counter play. Eckler. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd down, Eckler pushing through the contact. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Moore, the man in motion. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Once more, here's Eckler. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Butker's kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Levis. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
That open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Second and 10. Here's Levis. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line.
A gain of 15. And the Browns first down.
Again, it's Levis looking to throw it. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. A second down throw from Levis. Open man is Waddle, complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a third and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's third and 3. Third and short, it's Levis. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Justin Jefferson from 17 yards out. And the Browns are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead is up to 8.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Pollard to return from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Murray looks to throw again, second and 10. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Levis back to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
First and 10. Here's Levis. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
They go play action. Here's Levis. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Touchdown, Browns. Alex Arma, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And just shutting him off there. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Ravens take over first down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp.
Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. On play action, it's Murray. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15. Murray now to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Austin Eckler as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
They're going to try and run. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this this deficit down a little bit further.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
Well, the ball's loose. Levis has it knocked free.
And it's picked up by the... And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Butker on for the PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. First and 10, it's Levis.
Escaping the pressure right. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
In motion goes McCloud. One final shot before the half. Here's Levis.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Pollard to return from the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Ravens.
Again, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they will take a 7-point lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Inside handoff now, Miller. And
he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Let's go now.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Levis throwing again on 2nd down. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And the tackle for loss goes to Eric Kendricks.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Levis to throw off play action. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Ray McCloud, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Pollard to return from the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
Look, I know that all eyes and all credit should be on the guys that brought the ball back a long way, but I'm just wondering about the guys covering and their special teams coach. They've got to be looking at each other and saying, at what point are we going to find a way to stop these guys?
Up the middle with Eckler. Now the ball comes loose. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Omaha.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And they take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So how about the fortitude there? They're in field goal range, but they say, no, forget the 3. We think we can get the first, and they wind up getting a lot more than they bargained for.
And I love how you used an SAT word to describe what we just saw there, partner. That's got to be a deflated defense. You see the head down, the shoulders slumped. But we've talked about this before. Sometimes as a defense, you get so wrapped up in defending the first down line that that's your last line of defense. And once they get past that, they're gone.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Past the 20. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. 112 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Eckler. Touchdown, Baltimore.
But this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Butker now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Levis looking to throw. That is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now here's Levis now on 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Eckler now between the tackles. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage. But you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
It's Eckler again. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Award that tackle for loss to the linebacker, Denzel Perryman.
Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
This ball down the field for Pitts.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
That's one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Here's Murray.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Throwing on first down is Murray.
And he floated one out there, incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A handoff. It's Eckler. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 22. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of, What's right in this game nowadays? Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On first down, Levis finding Waddle, crossing the field and bringing it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Levis. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Total run show Fatukasi there on the tackle. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 51 yards. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but he's got a man complete. A big play that time for Cleveland. 47 yards.
A gain of 47 yards.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Levis sets up to throw here. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns get a bit closer. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Levis will try to throw for the 2. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today. And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Butker's kick here is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, an 11-yard touchdown, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down, Cleveland.
Let's go now. Viking 18. Mustang 19. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Levis now on 1st and 10. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. He'll get it inside the 20.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 18.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Browns.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Play action now. Levis.
Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Levis on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown, Browns.
Adam Troutman.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. Now Ryland for the PAT.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw it, Murray. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Terry McLaurin with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Here we go. Set.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Buffalo 18. Ready?
A 2nd down throw from Levis.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
They'll throw it again with Levis.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be when Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.